Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this T-Flex CAM training course, and the topic for today will be the toolpath properties. So this is one more lesson about this topic of the customization, the properties of the toolpaths, and on the next lesson we will start to see the different possibilities and parameters to create the toolpaths. So this lesson is very easy. It's just to give you a notion of properties on a very similar way as we have for the other elements present in 3D side. So to make the definition of these properties, we need to go to the CNC menu, and you know that this menu is the one that gathers all the commands and all the options regarding the CAM side. We can come to these toolpaths properties, and in this dialog box that we open, we have all the different types of tool types. So 3D milling, 5D milling, drilling, laser, wire cuts, whatever. Okay. These properties are defined in a compound way. So if I say 3D milling and I define these properties, the ones that you know already for the other elements like the level, layers, colors, thickness, and we have this concept of active, not active. This is something that we will develop later when we start to see the actual toolpaths. But as I was saying, you define, for example, the easiest one, for example, color, and you will say all 3D milling toolpaths will be on the color, whatever you define. Okay, so you say it here, confirm and say OK. And now if we go and calculate one 3D milling toolpath, so it can be something very similar to what we've done until this lesson. Saying this, I will not say too much, and simply you see that the toolpath, it is done in this cyan color. Nevertheless, even that there is a default definition, we can have always the possibility to go to the individual toolpath, recall the properties, and define the properties we want for the specific toolpath. So in terms of color, imagine that now I can, let us say, one yellow, okay, and we have a different color for the toolpath. If we go again to the main window, 3D milling, you see that the default color, it is still defined as the same we leave. So these are properties. This is all the same for the other types of toolpaths. The rest of the definitions, it's the same concept as we've seen already. So very easy. Nevertheless, it is very interesting because when you have a part that requires a lot of toolpaths, it's interesting to know that you can make different definitions for these properties for each toolpath, so that it can help you manage and seeing the results.